What is happening, Pulse Nation? Get ready to dive into the most electrifying tech and global developments that are shaping our world at lightning speed. We're talking about seismic shifts, game-changing innovations, and the behind-the-scenes moves that you absolutely need to know. From critical policy changes impacting global supply chains to the cutting edge of technological advancement, if it's making waves, we're breaking it down for you. Today, we've got a stacked lineup that's guaranteed to blow your mind. We're kicking things off with a major international policy shift that's sending shockwaves through the semiconductor industry, followed by a deep dive into how one company is quietly becoming the backbone of a revolutionary new era. Then, we're uncovering the strategic maneuvers that are redefining global tech landscapes. And finally, we're bringing you the latest on what's next in the relentless pursuit of innovation. You do not want to miss this. Stay locked in, because the future is happening right now, and you're getting the inside scoop. We're kicking things off with a major international policy shift that's sending shockwaves through the semiconductor industry, followed by a deep dive into how one company is quietly becoming the backbone of a revolutionary new era. Then, we're uncovering the strategic maneuvers that are redefining global tech landscapes. And finally, we're bringing you the latest on what's next in the relentless pursuit of innovation. You do not want to miss this. Stay locked in, because the future is happening right now, and you're getting the inside scoop. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a beat. US revokes TSMC's license-free status for shipping chip tools to China. The United States has made a significant move to tighten its grip on advanced technology exports to China, revoking Taiwan's semiconductor manufacturing companies, TSMC, authorization to ship American chip-making tools to its Nanjing facility without a license. This decision, reported by the Financial Times, marks a pivotal moment in the ongoing technological standoff between the two global powers. TSMC confirmed that its validated end-user, VEU authorization, which allowed for license-free exports, will officially end on December 31, 2025. The company stated that it is actively evaluating the situation and engaging with the U.S. government to find solutions, emphasizing its commitment to maintaining the uninterrupted operation of its Nanjing plant. This action follows similar measures taken against South Korean giants Samsung and SK Hynix, whose Chinese memory chip plants also lost their VEU status. Intel has also been impacted, having previously divested its China memory chip unit. While this revocation doesn't impose an outright ban on TSMC sending U.S. chipmaking tools to China, it mandates that all future exports will require explicit approval from the Commerce Department. This grants Washington significantly tighter oversight, with officials indicating that licenses will be denied for any exports aimed at expanding capacity or upgrading technology at fabs in China. TSMC's Nanjing facility is a crucial player, producing chips essential for consumer electronics and industrial applications. Meanwhile, its Shanghai plant utilizes older generation technology. The company's most advanced chips, including those powering AI processors from firms like NVIDIA, are manufactured in Taiwan and the US and are already subject to existing export restrictions to mainland China. The news sent ripples through the market, with TSMC shares experiencing a decline of around 2% amidst a broader downturn in tech stocks. Major U.S. toolmakers like KLA, Applied Materials, and Lam Research also saw their stock prices fall, as did Samsung and SK Hynix in Seoul. This development occurs against a backdrop of ongoing trade discussions between the U.S. and China, with anticipation building for a potential meeting between President Donald Trump and President Xi Jinping. The Trump administration has, until now, exercised caution with broad export restrictions to avoid jeopardizing these sensitive negotiations. Concurrently, China is reportedly aiming to triple its production of artificial intelligence processors next year, signaling its aggressive pursuit of dominance in the global AI race. The revocation of TSMC's VEU status is a clear indication of the U.S. strategy to leverage its technological influence to manage and control the flow of critical components to China. This policy shift is more than just a regulatory change. It's a strategic play in the global tech arena. Stay with us as we explore another fascinating development that's quietly reshaping the future of innovation. U.S. action makes it harder for TSMC to ship chip-making equipment to China. The recent decision by the Trump administration to revoke TSMC's validated end-user (VIU) status for its Nanjing facility represents a significant escalation in the ongoing technological competition between the United States and China. This move effectively removes a critical fast-track export privilege, meaning that TSMC will now need to secure individual licenses from the U.S. Commerce Department for every shipment of U.S.-origin chip-making tools to its Chinese operations. This process is expected to introduce considerable delays and complications, particularly for any plans involving capacity expansion or technological upgrades at the Nanjing fab. The revocation, set to take effect on December 31, 2025, mirrors similar actions taken against facilities operated by Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix in China, signaling a coordinated effort by the U.S. to exert greater control over the supply of advanced semiconductor manufacturing equipment. While the U.S. has previously opened up the Chinese market for certain technologies, such as NVIDIA's AI chips, the underlying wariness of China's technological ambitions remains a dominant factor in U.S. policy. This strategic tightening of controls is designed to slow China's progress in developing its domestic semiconductor industry, especially in areas deemed critical for national security and economic competitiveness. TSMC, as the world's largest contract chip manufacturer and a linchpin in the global tech supply chain, plays a crucial role in this dynamic. Its Nanjing facility, while not producing the most cutting-edge chips, is still a significant operation that supports a wide range of consumer and industrial electronics. The imposition of licensing requirements could disrupt TSMC's production schedules and potentially impact its ability to serve its customers in China, which is a massive market. The broader implications extend to the semiconductor ecosystem, affecting not only TSMC, but also U.S.-based equipment suppliers like KLA, Applied Materials, and Lam Research, whose sales to China could be curtailed. This policy adjustment underscores the increasing politicization of technology trade and the growing use of export controls as a tool of foreign policy. As the U.S. continues to navigate its complex relationship with China, such measures are likely to become more prevalent, creating a more challenging environment for global collaboration in the technology sector. The market reaction, with shares of TSMC and related companies experiencing a dip, highlights the sensitivity of the sector to geopolitical developments. This strategic tightening of controls is a clear indicator of shifting global dynamics. But what does this mean for the future of innovation itself? Stick around as we explore the hidden forces driving technological progress. TSMC as the undervalued linchpin of the AI revolution. Contrarian valuation and structural growth in AI infrastructure. In the rapidly evolving landscape of artificial intelligence, Taiwan's semiconductor manufacturing company, TSMC, stands as an often underappreciated, yet fundamentally critical, linchpin. While headlines often focus on AI chip designers and software innovators, the foundational role of TSMC in manufacturing the advanced silicon that powers these breakthroughs cannot be overstated. This analysis delves into a contrarian valuation perspective, arguing that TSMC's structural growth within AI infrastructure is significantly undervalued by the market. The sheer complexity and precision required to produce leading-edge semiconductors mean that only a handful of companies globally possess the capability, and TSMC is unequivocally at the forefront. Its manufacturing prowess, particularly in advanced process nodes like 5nm, 3nm, and beyond, is the bedrock upon which the entire AI revolution is being built. Companies like NVIDIA, AMD, and even tech giants developing their own custom AI accelerators rely almost exclusively on TSMC's fabrication facilities to bring their cutting-edge designs to life. The demand for AI-specific chips is skyrocketing, driven by everything from large language models and generative AI applications to autonomous driving systems and sophisticated data analytics. This sustained, exponential growth in demand directly translates into a robust order book for TSMC. Furthermore, TSMC's strategic investments in research and development and its continuous push into next-generation manufacturing technologies ensure its continued dominance. The company is not merely a manufacturer. It is an enabler of innovation, providing the physical substrate for the digital intelligence that is transforming industries. From a valuation standpoint, the argument for TSMC being undervalued stems from the market's tendency to focus on the more visible aspects of the AI ecosystem, such as the software and design firms, while overlooking the essential, capital-intensive manufacturing layer. The high barriers to entry in advanced semiconductor manufacturing, requiring billions in capital expenditure, decades of expertise, and intricate supply chain management, create a quasi-monopolistic environment for TSMC. Its ability to consistently deliver high yields on complex processes provides a significant competitive moat. Analysts who adopt a contrarian view often point to TSMC's indispensable role in enabling future technological advancements across all sectors, suggesting that its long-term growth trajectory, fueled by the insatiable demand for AI processing power, is not fully reflected in its current market valuation. The company's consistent ability to secure major foundry contracts from the leading fabless semiconductor companies further solidifies its position. As AI continues its pervasive integration into nearly every facet of life and business, the demand for the specialized chips TSMC produces is only set to intensify, making its role not just important, but foundational and, arguably, undervalued. Understanding TSMC's foundational role is key to grasping the bigger picture. But what happens when global policies directly impact these critical manufacturing hubs? Let's pivot to that next. U.S. revokes TSMC as fast track, China export status as controls tight. The United States has officially revoked Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company's, TSMC, fast track export status, known as Validated End User (VEU) authorization, for its facility in Nanjing, China. This significant policy change, which will take effect on December 31, 2025, means that TSMC will no longer be able to freely ship essential U.S.-origin chip-making gear to its main Chinese manufacturing base without obtaining individual licenses. This revocation is a clear signal of the U.S. government's intent to intensify controls over the export of advanced technology to China, potentially impacting TSMC's production capabilities at its older generation facility. The move directly mirrors similar actions previously taken by the U.S. against China-based facilities operated by Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix, which also saw their VEU designations rescinded. These waivers are scheduled to expire in approximately 4 months, indicating a coordinated U.S. strategy to exert greater oversight on semiconductor manufacturing in China. TSMC has confirmed receiving notification from the U.S. government regarding the revocation of the VEU authorization for its Nanjing site. The company has stated that it is currently evaluating the situation and is taking appropriate measures, including communicating with U.S. authorities, while reaffirming its commitment to ensuring the uninterrupted operation of the Nanjing facility. This U.S. action poses significant challenges for the China operations of some of the most vital companies in the global semiconductor sector, including key allies of the United States. By requiring individual licenses for future shipments of U.S. chipmaking tools, Washington aims to gain tighter control over what technologies reach China, particularly those that could be used to enhance its domestic chip production capacity or upgrade its technological capabilities. This aligns with broader U.S. efforts to limit China's access to advanced technologies that could bolster its military or economic competitiveness. The implications are far-reaching, potentially affecting the supply chains for consumer electronics, industrial goods, and other sectors reliant on chips manufactured by TSMC in China. The semiconductor industry, already navigating complex geopolitical tensions, now faces additional hurdles and uncertainties due to these tightened export controls. The revocation of the VEU status is a strategic move to slow down China's self-sufficiency goals in semiconductor manufacturing, particularly in areas where the U.S. holds a technological advantage. This policy adjustment is expected to increase the complexity and lead times for TSMC's operations in China, potentially impacting its ability to meet market demands and pursue expansion plans in the region. These policy shifts are creating ripples across the global tech landscape. But how are these developments being perceived by those on the ground and the wider community? Let's find out next. And that's a wrap on today's essential updates. We saw the U.S. tighten its grip on chip tech exports to China, impacting TSMC's operations. We also explored how TSMC is the unsung hero powering the AI revolution, despite perhaps being undervalued. Finally, we examined the implications of revoked export statuses for chip-making giants. Don't miss out on any future breakdowns. Hit that like button, subscribe to Qualcomm Pulse for your daily dose of tech and global insights, and ring the notification bell so you're always in the know. For more, follow us on all our social channels. We'll see you next time.